Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's nightcap matchup where we'll have the Centennial Cougars taking on the Summit Spartans. The Centennial Cougars wearing some very North Carolina-esque baby blue jerseys, while the Spartans will don the white and navy and orange. So if you're just joining us, the ladies Spartans able to take home a victory earlier tonight, 59-19 victory. Will increase their win total in district standings. So first offensive possession by the Cougars gets rejected at the rim. Both teams going to a man-to-man defense. Both offenses looking to get to the lane early. So Marty Phillips, 22, the senior, will try to go one-on-one. Summit trying to find a mismatch down low. That was 13, Keenan West, the senior, unable to convert, but Summit retains possession. There you see Coach Jeremy Moore for Centennial. We'll get an early jump ball. It'll stay down here on this end, though. So I believe this is the fourth out-of-bounds play Summit's run. Starting to get deep into the options already. So check that. Summit's going to come out in a matchup zone. Deep three there by 22. That's Matthew Barton, unable to convert. Raylan McLeavy gets the offensive board, still unable to convert, but rejects Marty Phillips' attempt at the other end. So the Cougars will reset on offense. Working around, three ball up, front rim, high off the rim. This is number 1, Daniel Patton, the junior for the Cougars. Last touch by the Spartans. There you see Coach Thad Burgess for the Spartan boys. Cougars being patient, working around this zone. Patton, good size, listed as a point guard at 6'7". Cougars are going to be patient. That's going to invoke this Summit student section, getting a little antsy over there. Shot up by McLeavy, rebound brought in by number 1, Joel Coverston. He's fouled. That'll be the Cougars' first team foul. Still scoreless here, 3 minutes away. That was a take once again. Marty Phillips is turned away by Patton. Phillips looking for a hold. Doesn't get one. We're going to have a little, let's calm it down, fellas, from the officials. Trying to set the tone early. That foul is going to be on Patton. His first, team first. It should be team second, I believe. Phillips gets hit with the travel. Huge size mismatch there for Phillips going against Patton. Probably the smallest stature player on the Spartans team, trying to go against the tallest player on the Cougars. Alley-oop attempt to McClevey, had to come down, double clutch it, unable to convert. We're still scoreless almost halfway through here, the first period. Peary shoots it deep from three. So first bucket tonight is Peary. Cougars trying to answer back. That's number 2, Kane Furrer on the rebound. Drive and take by Coverston's able to convert. So another 3-ball there. That's number 11, able to convert. Carter Azil, the junior. Trading 3-point attempts here, back and forth. That's Furr on the offensive glass, cleans it up, second chance points. Patton takes it himself, coast to coast, unable to convert. So Phillips gonna get hit with the push off there. So a couple substitutions there. Phillips will take a break for the Spartans. Tight contest thus far. We're gonna get a blocking foul. That'll send McKelvey to the line. Foul is gonna be on 13, Keenan West. So first free throw attempts for the Cougars here tonight. McKelvey good on the first. He goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. So both teams still kind of feeling each other out here. 3/4 of the way through the first. That's going to be a 3-ball up and in. The 3-point attempt will count. So the rare 4-point play coming up for Culverston here. So hang on, a little confusion here. not sure what happened there. They counted the 3, and then Puri able to beat Johnny on the spot with a quick 2. And that's going to lead to a quick timeout there by Coach Moore. So here we are, 2:20 left in the first period. The home Summit Spartans lead 12-5. I'm Justin Ventline here on tonight's WCTV doubleheader game of the week. Getting into the heart of district play here, Williamson County. Talent loaded top to bottom in the district here this year. So Summit applying a directional zone here. I think they were trying to keep it out of that man's hand right there. Patton comes up with the 3-pointer. Cuts the lead to 4. Good dribble drive there. Turnaround jumper. Number 2, Furr, unable to convert. He'll get it back, though, on the save by Puri. Again, strong off the back iron. Quick 3 in transition. That goes down for Izell. Just like that, we've got a 1-point game here at Spring Hill Summit High School. That'll be foul on McKelvey, his first, team 4th. Puri, good find there, unable to convert deep into the paint was Anderson. And that's Izell once again. That's a guy you don't want to leave open. 3 threes thus far. It's a momentum swing, massive there. Quick timeout by Coach Burgess. Be a 30-second timeout here. Just a quick breather, try to regain focus, and the first period strong. Have a little bit more strategy talking time during the first intermission. So out of the timeout, the Cougars will come out in a full court press. Trying to slow the Spartans down a little bit. Puri forces the pass into Patton, able to come away with the steal. So Summit staying in their matchup zone. Cougars patiently working it around. Just as I say that, Patton pulls for a 3. Defensive rebound, unable to be brought in by West there. He'll stay on this end of the court. Izell once again, halfway down, pops back out, ball tipped around. Last touch by Patton. So 10 seconds left in the first. Phillips will check back in. Cougars applying light pressure, trying to get that clock moving immediately. Three-pointer up and in. Culberson hits the three right before the end of the period, which will take us to the end of one. Summit Spartans leading 15 over the Centennial Cougars 14. As I was mentioning earlier, division standings here in, or I should say district standings in 4A District 10. As it currently stands right now, it is tight, folks. There's one game, two games, I should say, differential between first place and seventh place. We've got two teams at 5-2, Franklin and Brentwood. Two teams at 4-3, Nolensville and Independence, and then a stack of teams at 3-4, Summit, Ravenwood, and Page. Centennial bringing up the rear at 1-6, but you wouldn't be able to tell it here by this first period. And that's why I mentioned it's a competitive district here this year. District play coming down the stretch will be important to all the teams. So the Cougars will take first possession here in the second period. Just off the back iron there by Zell. We get a push off. Centennial staying in that in-your-face man-to-man defense, playing aggressively. Racked up quite a few fouls, I should say about 4 or 5 there in the first period. That was substitution here. Barton substituting in for Kenai Johnson. Peary gets into lane, able to make it go. So Centennial really unable to find any inside presence versus 2-3 zone, and outside of Azell, haven't had much luck from the three-point line. Regardless, still in this game. It's gonna be a foul on Zerker there. Number 20, Peary from deep. Too strong. Patton with the drive and the lay-in. That's what Centennial is going to need more of to stay close into this game, I believe. Culverston short off the front iron. Patton with the rebound once again, pushes it. Easy layup. Cougars getting out in transition now. Three-pointer off by Phillips. Azell with the defensive rebound. Cougars working it over here at the bottom of your screen. Running a 5-out almost set. Azell once again with the three off the front iron, pops up, gets the offensive board. He'll try it again. That time cashes in. We've got a back and forth battle here, folks. Just over 5 minutes left in the second. 4-point game. Check that. 2-point game. As Furr is able to cut it to 2. McKelvey gets into the lane there for the Cougars. So a little more back and forth here in the second. Things starting to loosen up for both teams offensively. Strong take. McKelvey turns it away, though. Ball's tipped. McKelvey's going to get hit with the push. So foul McKelvey. That's going to be Centennial's 4th team foul here in the second quarter. Anderson got up, nowhere to go, turns it over. Azell puts the shoulder down, takes it to the lane, gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. That foul is going to be on number 2, Furr. His first, team first. So Azell started getting warm there in that first quarter, hitting 3 threes. Hits that one off the right side of the rim. Goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Quick push up there by Summit. Easy lay-in by Keenan West. So off the missed opportunity at the free throw line, Spartans able to cash in on a layup of their own. Cougars moving the ball around the perimeter. Cougars getting stuck in kind of a stagnant offense here. Regardless, they lead 21-23 here at Summit High. 3:30 left in the first half. Both teams trying to snap a short losing skid. Both teams coming in on a 2-game losing streak. McKelvey with the 3-pointer extends the lead for the Cougars. Culverson with the take, he gets fouled, he'll go to the line. It's gonna be 22, Matthew Barton. His second, team 5th, so we'll be in a bonus. Culverson hits the first, got a couple subs here. Phillips checking in for the Spartans. And Patton will recheck back in for the Cougars. Get another sub here. Kanai Johnson for the Cougars checking in. Bert Keaton, the sophomore. Takes a break. McKelvey feeds Patton. He turns the ball over. Had an old ball coach once tell me, well, not me, I wasn't a perimeter or a post player, but our post players, don't ever bring that ball down your waist. That's exactly what Patton did. Got tipped away. Furr off on his 3-point attempt. Patton brings it in. Zell, good pump fake, strong take. He's fouled, and he's going to get sent to the line. Unable to convert the box shot, but he'll get 2 shots. So Zell hits the first of two. Anderson checking in for the Spartans. Keenan West, the senior, will take a break. Zell goes 2 for 2. Curry showed shot. Phillips drives, loses the handle. It'll remain here on this end of the court, though. Zerker checks in for Barton. Classic stack set out of bounds there. He's going to go right back to Peary, but Kenai Johnson tips that one away. That's going to be a steal by McKelvey. He was trying to feed the post and Coverston there. Patton pushing the tempo, and Zerker gets an easy 2 on the block. It's going to be a foul on Patton. I believe that's going to send Phillips to the line. Phillips will get 2 attempts here from the stripe. Hits his first of 2. Phillips goes 2 for 2. And with 1:20 left here in the first half at Summit High, the visiting Centennial Cougars lead by 5. This is the first meeting between these two teams. They'll meet in the season finale as well. Patton with the up and in. Gets fouled on the make. So Alex Katawala checks in for the Cougars. Patton goes to the line trying to complete the 3-point play. And does. He'll get subbed out real quick. Gives the opportunity for Coach Jeremy Moore to set up his defense here in the last minute. So Patton, you see there, trying to hype his team up. Heading into half. Spartans trying to move it around. This new zone rolls off the rim by Coverston, just unable to convert. Kenai Johnson's going to take it. And with time ticking down, Azell says, hey, let's wind this down a little bit and get the last shot of the first half. So 3-pointer up. Azell up and in. Gets the offensive board and puts it back right before the buzzer. So at halftime, the visiting Centennial Cougars lead by 10, 35-25. And we'll be back after half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's WCTV doubleheader basketball games of the week. If you're just joining us, we had an action-packed first half. Both teams kind of feeling it out for majority of the first quarter. And Centennial able to find their groove a little bit there in the second quarter, able to get out in transition, get some easy buckets, helped extend this lead. And just as I say that, here we go once again. Centennial pushing the ball. Patton powers his way up for another bucket. And that's going to be the keys to success for Centennial for sure, getting out and running against this Summit Spartan squad. So that's me a foul on number 22, Barton, I believe. Peary with the tough angle shot there, able to get it to go. Patton trying to push the tempo a little bit there. Tipped out of bounds by Marty Phillips. So Phillips able to slow that transition down a little bit for Centennial. And now they'll sit back in their matchup zone. We want to keep an eye on that guy right there, Patton and Azell. Have done majority of the damage for the Centennial Cougars. There you'll see Coach Jeremy Moore. Got to be happy with the first half performance from his Cougar squad. So dribble drive take by Ferd, able to get the raindrop to fall. So Summit looking for a couple stops here on defense. I think if they're able to sit in their half-court defense, they've been pretty good. It's when the Cougars have been able to get out and transition on misses. Phillips with a miss. West with the offensive board. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be a possession back to the Cougars. But as I was saying, the Summit defense in the half court has been pretty decent, forcing the Cougars to perimeter shots. Centennial's done majority of their damage when they've been able to get out on transition, push the tempo a little bit. And as I say that, that's number 20, that's Zerker there. The dribble drive take is able to convert. Furr gets deep, unable to convert, gets his own rebound though. He's gonna try it again on the reverse. Unable to convert a second time. Johnson tries throwing it up. Azell. It's gonna be jump ball. Coach Burgess not happy with that. I think he wanted a foul called on the tie-up. Furr with the shot, three-pointer goes in. So it'll be crucial to get Furr going here in the second half as well. Johnson, top of the key. Zerker skips it. McElvey gets denied at the rim by number 13, I believe that was Keenan West. Phillips deep in the post, able to get it up and over Johnson for 2. So Phillips using a little bit of his strength there to power it past Kenai Johnson. That was Zerker on the deep 3 miss. Phillips now trying to push. West with the 3. Zerker with the rebound, but it's taken away by Furr, and he's able to convert. Gives this Summit student section something to cheer about here in the second half. We're just over halfway through here the third quarter. The Cougars still lead by 3, but Spartans have definitely cut into the 10-point deficit from half. Zeal, long 3-point attempt off the back iron. Phillips with a 3-point attempt of his own, finds the bottom. Just like that, we've got a tie ball game here at Summit High. That wakes up the student section here. Zell once again from the deep corner, and that's his specialty. Has hit 4 or 5 3-pointers here so far tonight. And from what I've observed, very streaky shooter, so if you're Summit, you don't want to let him get going, and just like that, he takes it to the rack, in and out. We're gonna have a jump ball, so able to take it all the way down. Puri with a good contest there on the transition. A couple subs coming in. Riley Turner and Matthew Barton for the Cougars. Garrett Anderson, the sophomore guard, will come in for Summit. Good dribble drive take there by McKelvey. Fouled on the attempt. He'll get 2 from the free throw line. McKelvey hits the first of 2. Go 2 for 2 at the line. Phillips shows shot, decides better of it. As Culverson lets it fly from the deep corner. McKelvey gets the rebound. He's going to go coast to coast, take it himself. Initially blocked. I think they're going to get the blocking foul on that take. I would say Puri had his hands up because he blocked it, but they're going to get Kane Furr on the block. We'll send McKelvey to the line shooting 2. Short on the first one. Keenan West checks in for Furr. McKelvey cashes in the second one. Makes it a 6-point game. Puri wanted to shoot, thought better of it. Luckily, Summit able to regain possession. And that's Culverson from the same spot he just tried, able to cash it in that time. for a three-pointer. So good back and forth action here in the third quarter of tonight's WCTV doubleheader, second game of the night. Cougars being a little bit more methodical here on this offensive possession, trying to make sure they get a good opportunity as we wind down the quarter. I feel like I'm always just jinxing the teams. I start saying one thing and then right there the Cougars almost lost possession. Patton will pull it back out. Patton's going to hold it for Nick Purry come out and guard. And Patton finds McKelvey with the backdoor alley-oop. And that's quite the statement to close out the third quarter. The Cougars lead 47-42. Great methodical way to end the third there if you're Centennial. McKelvey just finds the back door against the 2-3 zone there, slams it home from the alley-oop of Patton. So we've got a good contest so far here tonight. First quarter, the Spartans were able to jump out, grab a lead for the most part. Cougars battled back, got out into transition. The Cougars were able to get out, battle in transition, grab a lead, and then it's been pretty hard for the Spartans to regain the lead. They've gotten a tie or a 1-point lead. They've gotten a 1-point lead here and there. They've tied it a couple times, but just as when they get it close, the Cougars are able to jump back out to a 6 or 8-point lead. Currently stands at 5 as we start the fourth quarter. Be a huge win for Centennial if they're able to hold on to the lead and get out of here with it. So here we are underway in the fourth quarter. Patton pokes it away from Phillips. Those two have been battling all night here on the Spartan offensive end. Phillips lets it fly, tipped away. West tries, no good, and Azell takes it for the Cougars. Patton driving the lane hard. Got all the way through, unable to get a shot up though. It'll be turned back over to the Spartans. So, like I mentioned, Phillips and Patton going at it here on the Spartans offensive end. It's pretty interesting because you got the shortest rostered player on the Spartans being guarded by the tallest rostered individual for the Cougars. Good feed there by Puri, and Coverson is able to convert. Great out of bounds play there by the Summit Spartans. Patton opening up the offense here for Centennial. Under no stress, no pressure to 3-point lead. They're going to be sure to find a good quality shot. So Patton down the lane, lays it just over the front limb. McKelvey finds him on the cut. Phillips with a step back three off the back iron. Patton pushes to Zell, Euro step. Turned away by Puri. So Zell has been dangerous from beyond the arc so far tonight for the Cougars. And number 5, Garrett Anderson checking in for Keenan West. Zell once again, just as I said it, lights it up from the top of the key. Puri trying to answer. Last touch by Zell. Anderson thought about it. Got rid of it before he fell. Furr was able to get a good attempt up there deep into the lane, just wasn't able to drop. McKelvey drains the three, and that's going to prompt a Thad Burgess timeout for the Spartans. It'll be a full timeout. Critical point in the game for both sides. If you're the Summit Spartans, this is the biggest deficit I believe they've been in all night, down 11 with 5:32 left here in the game. You've got to get a couple stops. McKelvey, Patton, and Azell all been doing damage on the offensive end. And on the other side of things, if you're the Centennial Cougars, you got to be patient. I know the transition offensive game has gotten you this lead and gotten you out in front, but a couple critical turnovers could turn it right back over. But sitting comfortably with an 11-point lead now, Coach Jeremy Moore just trying to put this one away for Centennial. So starting to get to the point of the game for the Spartans where every offensive possession is critical. You got to get points. Can't come up empty too many more times. Phillips tries to go against Patton. Patton turns him away. Furr takes the lane. Teardrop in. So Summit's going to match up now. Not enough time left. They're going to have to force the action to Centennial. Patton on the weave, kicks it, shot up off the back iron by Turner. Patton able to get the rebound, takes it up and fouled. He'll go to the line for two. So foul will be on Puri. We'll get a couple subs for both teams coming in. Patton able to hit the first of two. Zerker and Kenai Johnson check in for Centennial. Oscar Anderson checks in for Summit. Patton goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So Centennial's going to counter with a full court press of their own, trying to slow down Summit a little bit. Just gives them a free shot at the basket, but Patton turns that one away dramatically. Culverston with the layup attempt. That's going to be poked away there by Zerker off of Furr. And Summit's going to come out, and they're going to counter in a man-to-man full court press of their own. Like I mentioned, they've got to force the issue now. Fury on the ball. Patton drives and kicks. McKelvey back to Patton, is just looking for something sure. McKelvey's gonna put one up. Halfway down, we got an off the ball foul though. I believe Zerker's gonna get hit with a push. Phillips checking back in for the Spartans. Fury will take on Sure, which will be a quick break. So McKelvey gets hit with a foul, gets tied up with Phillips, trying to get open there. And that's going to be a huge shot by Joel Culverson. Hits a three-pointer. Summit was able to break that press pretty easily and quickly. You get an open three-point shot. Zerker on the take. I'll wait to see what the call is here. It's going to be on Phillips. So Zerker gets sent to the line. Hits the first. Foul was on Phillips. That's team second. Second one missed, tipped away by Patton, I believe. Fury will check back in, so it'll be Summit ball there. Fury finds Furr down the deep post. He's able to convert, cut the lead to 7. Calvi looking for the giving cut almost. Ezell trying to hang on to it. Kenai Johnson deep in the lane. Teardrop floater, not able to go. Tipped around by McKelvey. He's able to bring it down. Smart timeout there by Coach Moore. Had a little franticness there on the offensive possession. Smartly calls the timeout, regroup their team. You'll have both teams 3 timeouts remaining here. 2:43 from Summit High School. Tonight's WCTV doubleheader game of the week. I am Justin Ventline, flying solo tonight. I've got a feeling we're in store for an exciting ending here. Cougars lead 58 over the hosting Spartans, 58-51. The ladies matchup earlier tonight, we saw the Lady Spartans come away victorious. Cougar boys trying to take home a varsity split tonight. Phillips gonna get hit with a blocking foul. For Coach Burgess, I don't know if you're too upset about that. You got to keep pushing you got to push it, the tempo, and you got to get in the face of Centennial. You need a couple stops, a turnover. Centennial inbounds under the basket. Zerker with the ball. You're not in a rush if you're Centennial here. McKelvey draws the foul. That'll be team 4th on Summit. Patton gets the run out, layup for 2. And a huge part of this Cougar lead thus far. Challenges Phillips on the layup, misses. Phillips trying to get the ball back from Azell there. Zerker feeds Patton once again. Drive and take, lays another one in. Phillips pulls up for 3 off the front iron. That's me off Fur. Which will prompt a Summit timeout. So it'll be a quick 30 here. Cougar is able to do a great job of retaining possession of the ball, continue to grow this lead that they've held most of the second half. So coming out of the timeout, the Spartans will stay in their full court man defense. Zerker throws it away. Hasn't been the primary ball handler for Centennial tonight. Garrett Anderson able to draw the foul on 22. That's going to be Matthew Barton of the Cougars. Patton checks right back in for Centennial. Great inbounds play there by Summit. It's able to lead to a Culverson easy layup. Cougars able to bring the ball into the front half. Rough tumble there. Foul is going to be on number 5, Garrett Anderson. That's going to be his first, team 5th, so that'll send McKelvey to the line for 2. Trickles it in over the front rim. Zerker checks back in for the Cougars. So McKelvey goes 2 for 2. Peary with the 3. Off the left iron. Looks like there's going to be a off the ball foul. It's going to be Zerker once again. his fourth, team fourth. Anderson on the drive, kicks to Peary. He'll let it go, and it goes in. Coach Burgess calls a quick timeout. So 8-point game here, 1:10 left at Summit High. Spartans trying to mount a comeback late into this game. As it always does, might come down to free throws coming down the stretch for Centennial. Still need a stop and a turnover if you're those Spartans. You don't want to just continue to foul. I think you're too far away with a 8-point deficit to start sending Centennial to the line. So baseball pass is tipped, taken in by Phillips. He takes it, is fouled by Johnson. So Oscar Anderson, who is defending the inbounder, they're able to tip the baseball pass. Phillips is able to take it, get fouled on the attempt. He'll shoot two. Short off the front iron. Culverson checks back in for Summit. Phillips splits the free throw attempts. Zell runs the baseline, gets it into McKelvey. He's able to find Kenai Johnson. At least get it across. Patton throws it down. For what might have been the exclamation point on this one. Furr gets fouled. So Furr will go to the line shooting two. Furr misses the first of two. Splits him from the line. Zell runs the baseline, throws it away, trying to get into Patton. So it's not over yet. There's somebody, you got to move quickly here. Anderson dribbles out. Peary puts up the wild three, goes in. Clock continues to run. Centennial has to call a timeout, so just like that, it's a 5-point game. And things just got interesting here at Summit High. Summit with that full court pressure, able to force a turnover as Zell threw it out of bounds, trying to inbound it, and then Peary hits a circus three-point shot. He's trying to draw a foul. He thought he was fouled. Regardless, was able to put it in. And there you see the Summit huddle up. Coach Burgess trying to will them to a huge comeback victory. Like I mentioned, a win for either team will snap a small losing streak, both coming in on a 2-game losing streak. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but first matchup between these two. Runs the baseline, throws it across the baseline. They're able to get it into Patton. Furr fouls him. It's going to send him to the line. So the band comes alive trying to distract Patton. That's smooth as silk. Sinks the first of 2. Hits the second one just as pure as the first. Barton checks in for the Cougars. Phillips drives, takes, gets the layup. Coach Burgess, another quick timeout. So 18.6 left here at Summit High. Making things interesting here coming down to the wire. Centennial is led by as many as 11 and 12. Spartans have climbed back a couple times here tonight, tying it and taking a 1- and 2-point lead a couple times in the second half. They're never able to grow that lead. Still staying close here as we near the end of the game. So Zell gets it into Patton. He's fouled right away. Fouls on Joel Coverston. So Patton came up clutch last time. 2 silky smooth free throws. Comes up short that time. So Summit out of timeouts. Patton short once again. Zerker's gonna get hit with a foul, a push on the offensive board. So that's gonna send free throws for Summit. So opportunity to score while the clock isn't running. Definitely not what you want to see if you're Coach Jeremy Moore. So a little gamesmanship, I think. Puri trying to get in to shoot the free throws. Furr is going to be the one at the line now. It's going to be short on the front iron. Dribbles the second one in, so 4-point game. Cougars get the ball in. McKelvey got foul. So McKelvey will go to the line, shooting 2. Foul is going to be on number 5, Garrett Anderson. McKelvey misses the first of 2. Still keeping things interesting here. 15.1 left. Summit out of timeouts. Centennial's got 2. McKelvey hits his second. Ball dribbles away a little bit there. Patton's going to force him to start the clock on the inbounds, applying some pressure. Phillips with the long 3. Front iron, not able to go. Puri tries again. Patton blocks. And that's going to be a foul, and that'll just about wrap it up here now. Zell will go to the line, shooting 2. At 4 seconds left, it's all nothing but formalities, I don't think. So it looks like they're actually going to send Kenai Johnson to the line. Johnson hits the front iron on the first. Coach Moore telling his Cougars just no fouls. Just don't do anything silly here. Johnson hits the second. With 4 seconds left, like I mentioned, it's all formalities at this point. You just got to get the ball in for Summit. They're going to call a foul on the shooting. McKelvey gets hit with the shooting foul. Puri's going to get 3 free throw attempts. Puri goes to the line, shooting the first of 3, hits it. So exciting matchup we had here tonight. Second game definitely gave us some thrills. Puri hits the second of 2. Next week, we'll be right back here at Summit High as the Spartans will take on the Page Patriots. Paul and Doug will be on the call there. We got an interesting situation here. Inbound pass went off a Cougar player and then out of bounds. We're going to see if they're going to say there's any time left on the clock. So reading the officials' lips, they're going to put .4 back on the clock here. So we'll have one chance at a, I don't even know what you want to call it, a touch and shoot. I'm not even sure there's enough time to catch and shoot at this point. But we'll see. Sure making things interesting here at Summit High. So ball's in. So I'm trying to get some explanation on here. It looks like the one official says that's game. There's still time on the clock. I believe that's game. The officials have walked off. I think the explanation I saw was the ball has got to be tipped. So that'll do it, folks. Here at Summit High, we'll come away with the split tonight. The Centennial Cougars come away with the boys' victory, 70-67. I'm Justin Ventline. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you right back here next week.